everybody, welcome to the Mallett Week in Review. Again, I am Tyler, and thank you so much for tuning in. We talked about a lot this week, so we're just going to jump right into it and get on with the show. As always, I'd like to start off with our $500 discount to healthcare workers, educators, military personnel, and first responders. If this applies to you, we love what you do. We want to thank you for everything you do. We want to give you $500 off your next Mallett building. Again, Tiger Cash, get $1,000 off your elite or signature building when you comment cash under any live video like this one. We have a lot of things to comment, you guys. Cash is one of them. And again, if you are a healthcare worker, educator, first responder, or military personnel, and you comment cash, that's $1,500. You can bundle that. Again, we just want to say thank you, and thank you for being involved in everything we do here at Mallett. So, this is a new slide we love. Thank you so much to the Peyton at the marketing department for this one. It is Where's Mallett Buildings this week. As you can tell, we have a lot of buildings going up this week. We are in Texas and Katy, Dayton, New Ulm, Winnie. In Louisiana, we have Church Point, Welsh, Belrose, St. Martinville, Iowa, Sulphur, Minden, and New Iberia. Lots of places going on, 13 buildings it looks like. If you want to be one of those next week, scan this QR code on your screen. It's going to take you to our Get a Quote page, and you can be next on the Where's Mallett map. So, specials and promotions, we got a lot going on this week. We're going to go ahead and talk about that. Got some new stuff here. This bad boy right here, this turtle box. If one of y'all don't win it, I'm taking it home because this thing's awesome. We've been listening to it, testing it out. Here's the rules. You must like, comment, and share this live and be involved in everything else we got going on. Must be following the page. It helps if you are a top fan, try and get that status, earn that badge, and be one of our top fans. We got so much more going on here. We're going to tell you more about that here soon. But this is how you win the turtle box. The more you comment and engage with our posts, the higher your chances are to win. I want to see some turtle shells. I want to see people saying turtle. The more you comment, the more you win. Hello, Mr. Tackett, Miss Amy. Thank you both for commenting. I see the turtles. That's another chance to win. Winner will be picked next week on August 26th. Like, follow, share, and this could be yours. So, on to the new specials for the week. As Mr. Trent talked about yesterday, we have the classic building. This is a 30 by 30 by 12. Ask about our electrical packages. This one comes with free installation, and it is $22,999. It's going to be a 512 roof pitch. You get one 10 by 10 roll-up door, 36-inch wide walk-through door. Last week we had a kerfuffle on that one. 4,000 6-inch PSI concrete slab, 2-year workmanship warranty, 130 mile-an-hour wind rating, 26 gauge metal siding and roof, concrete in every post hole, scissor trusses, and our patented cable retention system. That is an awesome thing. We've talked about that in some previous lives. Check that out if you want a more in-depth explanation of that, but it's what keeps these buildings stable. What sets Mallett apart aside from all of this is our 26 years of experience. That's about as long as I've been alive, give or take a couple years. Louisiana and Texas licensed engineer on staff, registered engineering firm, which we are, and you get owner's access to Mr. Lee's cell phone, so if you have any issues, you can call the owner, get straight to the point. This is what that building looks like, by the way. So you have all these specs, and this is what the building can look like. Of course, you can pick your colors, pick your stuff like that, but this is one of the possibilities. Moving on, the next classic we have is a 30 by 50 by 12 for $31,999. Again, ask about the electrical package, and we have free installation. You're also going to get a 10 by 10 roll-up door, 36-inch wide walk-through door, 6-inch 4,000 PSI concrete slab, 4-year workmanship warranty, 130 mile-an-hour wind rating. Everything else seems to be the same as the last one, as well as what you get from Mallett, which is the experience, the engineering, licensed engineer on staff, state licensed residential and commercial contractor, which we are, so you don't have to worry about that. Owner's cell phone number, and we are a registered engineering firm, so you can trust everything is up to code. It is a nice looking building. Classic is a 4-inch slab. Thank you for that correction, Mr. Tackett. I'm still learning. I'm just kind of reading what we have on the screen. Thank you so much. Next one's going to be a classic building. It is a 40 by 60 by 12 for $48,999. We're going to have a 512 roof pitch, one 10 by 10 roll-up door, a 36-inch walk-through door, 4-inch 4,000 PSI concrete slab on the classic, 4-year workmanship warranty, again 130 mile-an-hour wind rating, and everything else that sets Mallett apart. Awesome building, great price. Check it out. Here's the big boy, the Elite Series. It's a 30 by 50 by 12, starting at $43,999, or you can get a 40 by 50 by 14 at $53,950. And let me step out the way, 40 by 60 by 16 at $61,595. Premium features that are involved here, As every building has, we have number 1 treated kiln-dried lumber, engineered 2x8 scissor trusses, not 2x6 like a lot of the competition. We have 2x8 because why not build it better when you own the truss plant? 9-foot post spacing, engineered mono trusses and a 512 roof pitch. We're going to have 6-inch microfiber reinforced concrete slab, which is 4,000 psi with control joints. Your choice of either 2 10x10, 12x12, or 12x14 roll-up doors, or a height up to 12 foot, 14 foot, or 16 foot with 1 walk-through door, insulated roof walls and windows, 4x4 framework on windows and doors, gutters, wainscot, continuous ridge vents, Zac screws on everything. We don't nail anything. Everything is going to be screwed in so you know it's protected. And speaking of protected, we have post protectors. So the Cajun Oasis Elite. This is an elite building, and this is one of our top sellers because of everything I'm about to explain. It is a 20x30x12, starting at $29,999. It's great for backyard retreats, personal gyms, workshop studios, home office space, man cave, she shed, he shed. That is hard, Mr. Trent. I see where the issue was. That's a tongue twister for sure. Number 1 treated kiln-dried lumber, engineered 2x8 scissor trusses, 3-foot truss spacing, 9-foot post spacing, 512 roof pitch, 2 10x10 roll-up doors, 1 walk-through door. Going to have 26 gauge metal with manufacturer warranty on the roof and wall insulation as well. Gutters, 6-inch 4,000 psi microfiber reinforced concrete slab with control joints. Electrical package, there's so much more. Post protectors, insulated windows, walls, and roof. Engineered cable retention system. You guys, you hear about this every day. This is just the review, but how wonderful is this Cajun Oasis? Now, this is a new program for anyone who has already purchased a Mallett building or is looking to in the future. This is something great we've been working on. We want to help you guys get more involved and give back to the people who have helped us. It's going to be our Mallett Ambassador Club. If you're already a part of it, that's amazing. Let us know. If you're not, this is what you can be involved in. We have entry level, mid tier, and elite tier. We're going to call that the Builder Circle is the entry level. Rewards you can get from this: quarterly swag bags, annual dinner with Mr. Lee. I hear he makes a phenomenal steak. The team will be there, so you get to hang out with the marketing team as well. I think we're pretty cool. That's just my personal opinion. We're going to send you a Christmas gift, give you social media recognition, so on these lives right here, you get to be featured on these. Exclusive ambassador newsletter, which we're about to be sending out, so keep an eye out if that is something you were involved in. Then you have the mid tier. I'm just going to skip straight to the legacy tier because this one is amazing. You get everything up here, plus premium raffles, which could be trips, ATVs, high-end gear. We're also at the moment giving away LSU suite tickets to the LSU LA Tech game. So that's going to be fun to have the suite. You get to sit in the cool AC because why would we send you just to sit in the stands? We're going to give you the Mallett experience and let you sit in the suite. All you can eat food, good times, in the cool weather. So you also get lifetime recognition featured on story, sites, and social. We're going to have first in line perks with priority invites to cool events that we have going on. Bring a friend perks for those annual events. We have a golden ticket prize. We're like Willy Wonka over here. You will give $500 off a new building to a friend of your choice. That is an awesome way to get somebody involved. And then higher referral payouts. Our average is $200. As part of our legacy club, you get a $400 payout when you refer somebody. How awesome is that, everybody? So moving on, we got the top 5 red flags. We talk about this often. I'm going to breeze through this real quick. You want to look, these are the things you want to look for before you get with a builder. Years in business. If they're not as old as me, like Mallett is, you may want to check it out. Could be a red flag. Check that out at the Secretary of State. Licensure, you check that out at the LSLBC. You want to make sure your contractor's licensed. I feel like that explains itself. You can't drive without a license, you can't do a lot without a license. Why should you be able to build a building without a license? Number 3, contractor violations, also on the LSLBC. You want to know what they've done to people in the past. Here at Mallett, we don't have any violations there. We want to keep it that way, so we're going to be doing that moving forward. Reviews on the BBB and Google. I was checking before the live. We have over 400 of those just on Google. That says a lot. Number 5, visit the contractor's facility. As Mr. Trent was saying yesterday, we have our own truss plant. We'd love for you to come check it out. That's usually all this noise you hear out in the background is them working at the truss plant because all the time they are building trusses for all the buildings. These are the red flags. Check that out before you start buying. Most people compare buildings like apples to oranges, 6, 7, things like that. You want to make sure you're on the right page. Our buildings come with 2x8 trusses, 2x6 purlins, girts that are 24-inch off-center, 10-year workmanship warranty, lifetime ground-treated lumber with that is #1 grade, double structural 2x12 carriers, engineered cable retention systems, real warranty, real engineering, and if you bring us a quote that is apples to ours, we will beat it by $1,000. Miss Sandra, thank you very much for the turtle. I've been seeing you a lot. Mr. Tackett, I have jokes every day. Just stay tuned and watch. So why choose Mallett over the competitors? We've kind of been talking about this. I'm not going to spend too much time on them, even though there's not much to talk about, but that's them. This is what Mallett has. 10-year workmanship warranty, #1 kiln dry and treated lumber, 2x8 scissor trusses, 512 roof pitch, 2 free roll-up doors, a free roof and wall insulation, 6-inch seamless gutters, 2 3x6 insulated windows, lifetime warranty against termite, rot, rust, and fungal decay. There's so much more, we got to keep going. Continuous ridge vent, 6-inch 4,000 PSI microfiber reinforced slab. Zack screws are used on all the roof and metal to screw the building frame. Remote picture and video monitoring through company cam for inspections, and you can keep track of your build the entire way. Engineered cable retention system with a 6mm moisture barrier. Mr. Trent talked about that, check that out. 145 mile/hour wind load rating, post pads under every 6x6 post. All metal is screwed to the wood as we mentioned, post protectors and skirt board, and we're still giving the $200 referral away. So, it is now time for the Mallett Week in Review. I love that little graphic. So on Monday, Mr. Darrell talked about being nailed or screwed, the difference and why it matters. The pull-out load of screws compared to nails. He talked about the nail gauges and what that means, the importance of having screws compared to nails. He showed you guys these little charts. I don't do as well of a job as explaining all the engineering stuff as Mr. Darrell does. Please check that video out if you have any questions about this, but we do have a few snippets. We're going to hear from Mr. Darrell now.
That nail doesn't have a lot of pull-out capacity. Now, anybody that looks at these two pictures, the nails and then the screws, now you can tell that a screw is going to have a lot of more pull-out capacity. Why is that? A 16-penny nail, this is national design standard for wood that has all these complicated formulas that nobody wants to hear about. If you run all that through, it'll give you a pull-out capacity of 40 pounds.
Thank you so much for Mr. Darrell. Again, that was the live from Monday. Check that out in the feed, and I'm sure we can throw a link to that here afterwards so you can check that out a little bit more easily. But that was Monday with Mr. Darrell. The rest of the week, we were blessed with Mr. Trent here on the live. Mr. Lee has been out and about doing things that Mr. Lee does. But Tuesday, Mr. Trent talked about the hidden strength and why 6x6 posts and double carriers matter. Quick little overview, 6x6 MCA ground treated #1 lumber, posts embedded 3-foot minimum deep, which helps provide a lifetime protection against rot and termites as well. Concrete post pads spread weight evenly and help to prevent unwanted sinking, and double 2x12 truss carriers fastened with ollie log screws delivers an unmatched roof strength, and we're going to hear about a little bit from that from Mr. Trent right now.
6x6 post is the backbone, okay? MCA ground treated post embedded 3 foot in the ground. What we do is underneath, so we drill the hole, we pour 80 pounds of concrete in there to give you a post pad, okay? Your posts go on top. I'm not just sitting here telling you that it's gonna work. We've seen hurricanes. This building I'm standing in has been through 16 of them, okay? And the one in Cameron, when we had the worst hurricane in 2020 or whatever it was, Laura came through there, and Darla Cays is still standing because of this technology and this system that we use here at Mallett, all right?
Thank you very much, Mr. Trent. As every other video that is from a live, please check that out if you want any more information about the strength of 6x6 posts and double carriers. Moving on to Wednesday, maybe. Looks like there we go. Wednesday, the science of airflow, ridge vents, insulation, and moisture control. This one was actually really interesting. I was very tuned into this one. Couple recap from that. Continuous ridge vents balance airflow and reduce condensation. Roof and wall insulation included in premium builds adds moisture barrier plus energy savings because we all want to save a little bit of money. 6mm moisture barrier plus engineered cable retention protect against ground moisture and storm damage. Airflow plus insulation equals longevity, and that's what you want in a build, and that's what you get here at Mallett. Again, here's from Mr. Trent. We're going to hear a little bit more about that.
Continuous ridge vents equals maximum airflow. So the difference is you buy an elite package, we're gonna put the whole length of your building, we're gonna put a ridge vent in that whole length. So that hot air rises and it's gonna get out, right? We believe that it's a whole lot easier to have our insulation up there and then come back with spray foam later. Why? Well, if something happens, you have, your lawnmower runs into your building or whatever, and you just got to change the sheet. Imagine if you didn't have that barrier that we put on the elite buildings that acts as an insulation. How hard it would be to get that sheet of metal off with just spray foaming directly on there. So it's very, very nice to have this and spray foam later. Okay?
Thank you as always, Mr. Trent. Now, let me get out the way real quick, dance out the way real fast. Going on to Thursday, inside the truss plant, how we build strength from day one. Real quick, as we always mention, we have our own truss plant here at Mallett. I don't know of anyone else who does. I know Mr. Trent said there's very few people in the area that do that, but we build all of our own trusses here in plant, which means we better help supply the materials for your builds. Helps with production time, helps with quality control, and honestly, as you've seen in the comparisons, we just build it better. So having that here is a huge plus. They're always busy out there. Every time we're outside, we see the guys working hard. They're putting their all into it, making sure we get the best quality builds. But the truss plant, trusses built locally, as we just mentioned, in our Louisiana truss plant equals no middleman. We are the middleman, as some would say. If you're knocking, we're the one knocking because we're here. Precision equipment and inspections ensure faster builds and reliable quality. Custom trusses engineered to roof pitch, span, and load equals strength tailored to your site. And we're going to hear a little bit more from that from Mr. Trent right now.
So our competitors have to outsource truss, all right? They don't know what they're getting. They only know, and I know for a fact that most of the truss plants, there is a truss plant close by and a couple in North Louisiana, and most of them build whitewood truss. Most of them are going to build 2x6 truss with 2x4 inner webbing. So be aware of that. We don't sell a whole lot of truss to other people. We are making truss. We're so busy that we are 24/7 making truss here to fulfill our customers' needs. So our customer comes first here. A lot of these people are buying, a lot of our competitors are buying truss and using generic plans and not really engineering that for your building. Okay, what does that mean? That means that if you're going to convert that building into something, you need to know what loads you can put on the bottom of that truss. Like if you're going to hang something on it, you need to know that. We overbuild our building here to outlast whatever you may want to do to it.
Thank you again to Mr. Trent for all the great information this week. That's going to be our show for today. Thank you all for watching. I was reading the comments as we were taking our little commercial break with Mr. Trent. Mr. Tackett, I hope everything you and Mary were talking about today was good. Eminem, we miss you. We're sad when you're on the road, but get home safe. Miss Sandra, I don't get to pick who wins, unfortunately, but I have been seeing you here, so I can tell you have a good chance. There is a very close race on who will be winning the Turtle Box and getting to have fun with this. Trust me, it's loud. We played some music. We were walking around the truss plant the other day playing music. You could hear it just fine, but it's a close race. If you are interested in the Turtle Box, there are a few people who are close to winning that. It's not a turtle in the hair situation. It's all turtle, but if you want to be that winner, go ahead and comment